Hi guys, I haven't posted in a while. My home arcade's been growing and I wanted to give you a review of the latest Pac-Man that I got, which was from Costco. I also have the 40th anniversary edition, but I got the new Pac-Man Plus. I want to do a review on that and kind of tell you my feelings about it. As you can see, my home arcade has grown quite a bit in the past year, and I have also been unloading the old arcades that do not have lit up marquees. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this bad boy. This is Super Pac-Man that is now being sold at Costco. And when I saw this, I'll be candid, I was kind of annoyed because I had just bought the 40th anniversary Pac-Man here with the matching stool, and literally within a matter of a couple weeks they introduced unannounced Super Pac-Man at Costco, and it had, for me, the biggest feature is the fact that it has a Dig Dug. So again, this is something that I bought right away before they ran out, and the irony is that I'm going to be returning this because I'm not happy with it, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the original menu so you can see what that's like. And again, the difference is the games in this cabinet. The main menu is pretty cool. So you got Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Pac-Land, Dig Dug, and then Galaga and Galaxian. What I loved is that game selection, I think, is much better than, in fact, the 40th anniversary cabinet, which gives you Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Pal, Pac-Land, Pac-Mania, and Galaga. I've really been waiting for them to give us the option of a cabinet that had Pac-Man games, Galaga games, and Dig Dug in there. I would have loved to see Dig Dug 2, but hey, I'm happy with the fact that we got Dig Dug. My biggest criticism of this cabinet, number one, is the screen. So with the screen reminds me of some of the first generation cabinets where if you get away from it, you cannot see. If you see that effect, it literally you can't see from the side. But if you look at this with the 40th anniversary cabinet, you continue to see the screen when you go to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the side here and show you again. You can see. But this screen has that problem when you're going over to this side, you can see it disappearing. And so that reminds me of the visibility of the original Phase 1 cabinets with Asteroid, Centipede, Final Fight, Street Fighter, those monitors. Final Fight here, in fact, has a screen that doesn't do that. I think they changed the screens when they did the Phase 2s. Anyway, the other thing that I have with this is that in order to be able to play, the volume control is adjustable, which I love, but it's very quiet. Some people have complained about the 40th anniversary being too loud. You only have to be on like number 1 or number 2 in order for you to play, and then when it gets up to 15, it's extremely loud. And on this cabinet, I feel like they've gone way too quiet. I'm going to select a game here, just good old Pac-Man. And again, my volume right now is on 15. If I turn it down to, let's say, a 6, you'll get an idea of how quiet this thing is. It's just not very loud. So I turn up to 15, and then I've got a decent volume. In my arcade, where I have other games going, and I've turned down the sound on all my other machines, so that you don't have interfering arcade noise. But what I have found is that if I have my other machines on, adjustable volumes, this machine gets drowned out unless I've got it all the way up on 15, which isn't desirable. The other biggest criticism I have of this machine is the fact that when you go to Galaga and Galaxian, Galaga especially, when you go to play this, ironically, the fire button that we're all used to being A, which is here, it isn't A this time. They've moved the button over to this side. So you're literally playing with your left hand fire button, right hand joystick. That's not what we're accustomed to doing when we play Galaga. The joystick's in the left hand, the fire button's in the right hand. So it's a weird thing to get used to. I am happy though about the fact that they did add the, dig dug to the machine, which is great. But again, with the volume and the monitor and the fact that they screwed up these controls, it just really bothers me. One other thing to focus on is the fact that the image that is burned into this, I don't know if you can see it with the video, but the image is stretched all the way to the top of the screen. So the resolution is actually not as crisp as it would be normally if they didn't stretch all the way down and to the edges. They did the same thing on the 40th anniversary cabinet. The reason that I bring this up is that I've owned nearly every single cabinet that Arcade1Up makes. And so I've seen the difference in the monitors. I've seen the difference also in the resolution of the different games. And what I found is I sold my Galaxian cabinet to somebody because I was excited about getting these Pac-Man combo machines. And the irony is my Galaga looked better on the old machine, a phase 1 cabinet, because it was a truly, the resolution was the way it's supposed to be, how it truly was in the arcade. Instead, on these machines, what they've done is that they've stretched the images to the edges, which frustrates me. I also had every Pac-Man you can imagine, the Pac-Man from Walmart. I also had Pac-Man from from Costco with the light up marquee. I also had the Pac-Man machine with the games from QVC, with Home Shopping Network, that had four games. And that one, again, had the resolution that was amazing and crisp. And they haven't done that. That frustrates me as an Arcade1Up fan and an Arcade1Up owner that goes out and buys these things. And I spend a lot of money investing in this arcade and spreading the word about Arcade1Up. I've been told that Arcade1Up potentially is going to be releasing some kind of fix for the Super Pac-Man to address some of these issues. I don't know if it's just the control of Galaga and fixing that fire button, or if they're going to deal with some of the resolution or the volume control, or what it is. But I'm disappointed that they would ship something and release something to Costco and not have those issues in place. So that makes you wonder about their quality control at this point, which is crazy because, as you can see, I have lots of other cabinets that I'm happy with that I'm going to be doing reviews on. So anyway, that's my middle-aged opinion today on Super Pac-Man from Costco. Catch you later.